have Dune. This is another one we haven't spoken about at all. We haven't said a
We
word.
do that.
I told you what I thought briefly, but I have zero idea.
No, yeah. I got like 2 or 3 sentences from
I
you
have zero idea
of what I
of
think.
what. Yeah, you like saw it. I'm like,
Oh man.
all right, and then
And then that was it?
Yeah, 4 days went by, and
Okay.
I have zero idea.
I saw this I saw it in RPX. Like
Cool.
honestly, there's probably 3 other people in that theater.
Okay.
And it was cool because it felt kind of like I was watching it by myself, which
is a great experience.
is ironic because I was watching it by myself at home
Yeah.
when I saw the first hour of this movie
Mm-hmm.
and said, "Oh, no. I'm
Can't.
going to turn this off and I'm going to go finish this in the theater."
Do
which
it the right way.
I never thought I would do. Never did I think, with the whole pandemic stuff that's been going on, how we've had these day and dates on HBO, and even when they were just doing digital releases in general, never did I think, if a movie is available at home, I will pay money to go see it in theater.
Okay.
I really thought I would watch anything available to me at home. I would watch it at home. And this movie got me. This movie
Did
is
you
the one.
think like it would? Did the thought ever cross your mind? I was like, maybe I should go see it. Okay.
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all did I think Dune was going to get me back, or not back in the theater, but that Dune was going to convince me
to go pay money.
that some movies need to be in IMAX in a theater.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
Interesting.
so unbelievable. And I mean, I don't have a small TV. I don't have a
65er?
I have a 75.
75, okay.
And I don't have a quiet sound system.
Yeah.
It's so I'm still enjoying my movies at home.
Yeah.
But this movie is not meant for a 75-inch screen. It's
not meant for an 82-inch screen.
Not even 100 inches.
Yeah.
People are like, I got a projector at home.
I don't give a
I don't care.
I don't care.
This was meant to be 6 stories high and just on the loudest sound system that you could possibly stand. It was amazing. And I think I was telling Kat when I got out of there, I said, there's not just kind of doing what we do, watching a gajillion movies all the time.
Yep.
There's not a lot of movies that break my top 10 from like movies that I watched young that sort of meant something to me growing up, and this one is like sneaking up in there. And I'll go into it. I know.
Hot take.
I don't know. It just got me. It just got me. And I'll say this. I will say this. I agree with what everyone is saying. The movie abruptly ends. It's sort of like a first and second act with a movie with no ending, right? But I was on board. I was on board with with the whole thing, and I want to get into detail with you about it, but
I just wanted to know like your initial thoughts
my
on
initial
it.
thoughts are it's way up there for me.
Okay.
Way up there. So what are your initial thoughts?
So I don't know. I didn't know anything of this story.
Yeah.
I didn't see the old one. I didn't see the series. I for sure as hell did not read the book. I can tell you that.
We've established that here before.
I can tell you that right now.
We don't read books.
No. So, and I had always heard about it, like from a sci-fi thing.
Yeah.
I was always like, okay, Dune. Just like I heard of Alien and like all these other movies.
Yeah,
like
sure.
Again, some I still haven't watched. But this movie is something special. It's all the big words that you can use for a film about cinematic and dense, like all these
grandiose,
all these words that you can use are 100% true.
Yeah,
because
I agree.
There's very few movies that I've watched in my life, and I can make this claim about Dune and not even The Dark Knight, is that I was a part of this movie. I was in this movie. I was in this world. I was on this planet. I was with these characters. And movies don't usually do that for me.
Right.
But I was completely absorbed
Yeah.
in everything that was happening.
Yeah.
I did not blink the entire time.
Good.
It was like I don't normally feel that way with movies, and this movie completely had me submerged in it the entire time,
And that's
and I loved that.
and I think that's
I loved that.
I think
feeling.
you're sort of touching on why it was creeping into my top 10, because I think I used to get that way a lot as a kid.
Yeah.
Even when you're a teenager and you're sort of discovering all of this, movie magic for the first time, I think that happens a lot.
Yeah.
And then it sort of loses the spectacle as you go. And for some reason, Dune I have my reasons, but it just took me right back to those times where you're right. It was like I was there.
Yeah.
I forgot that I was in a movie theater.
Exactly.
And
you walk out and you're
like, oh,
whoa,
yeah, and the sun hits you, and you're like, man,
okay.
I forgot that I lived on planet Earth for a minute.
It's a spectacle. I don't want to use all the same words everybody's using, but what else do you use?
Yeah.
Like, what other words do you use? It's poetic. It's glorious.
Absolutely.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's breathtaking. It literally was breathtaking,
Yeah,
because there were some moments in that movie when I couldn't breathe.
Right.
I was so enamored with it. I was so obsessed with it. And it was just, I never expected it. I never expected to feel that way about this movie. I knew I would like it. I knew it would look cool. I knew it would be loud. Awesome. But I never expected to feel differently walking out of this movie.
I mean, it's really like just the epitome of excellent filmmaking. Is really because it's
the top tier.
You can take any scene out of this movie, and one that I'll kind of bring up that got me right away is when Paul gets visited by the Jesseric, the witches, right?
Yeah, that was
And he puts his hand in the box, and he just has to deal with the pain. And he's like, ugh.
Screaming, and the whole library thing they were in,
and the score.
Oh my gosh!
That scene by Hans Zimmer was just beautiful. It was just, beautiful in the sense that, like, it was all put together, so perfectly. It was like this beautiful package that everybody that made the film delivered to you in that scene. It was just like, here you go. Here's this amazing gift that we are giving you.
For 6-7 minutes.
Yeah.
However long it was.
You're just like, oh my gosh. Perfect.
And it was just an empty room. It was it looked like a library, I thought.
I don't know exactly what.
But even that I was like enchanted with.
Yeah.
Like this dark, gritty, terrifying scene.